It's often quoted that 80% of the homes built in Rhode Island before 1978 have or have had lead paint hazards in the living areas. Efforts have progressed over the years to eliminate that hazard, especially in urban areas. And our guest today in the Money Watchers Business Lunch is Richard Godfrey, the Executive Director of Rhode Island Housing, an agency which has some programs to help in this lead abatement program. But first, let's talk about the problem, Richard. Still there?
Absolutely. This is definitely a good news, bad news. When we started this program 20 years ago, 2 out of 3 of our children entering kindergarten had lead poisoning. Now it's down to 1 in 8. So from 67% to 12%. But obviously 1 in 8 kids are still entering kindergarten with lead poisoning. So that's a problem, and we still need to go at it.
And I think there are studies that link lead poisoning with lower IQs in young people and that sort of thing.
Yes, it's permanent brain damage, lower IQs, hyperactivity, and so it really can affect behavior and performance in school over the child's lifetime.
There's a health cost, obviously, and there's a financial cost, too, and the Providence Plan released some statistics concerning this. For example, a study released by the plan last year showed in one single year, lead poisoning cost Rhode Island an estimated $17 million due to an increased need, and across the country, the U.S. loses $25 to $35 billion in lost tax revenue each year from the lead poisoning effect on lifetime earnings. Those are some pretty serious numbers, obviously.
Very serious numbers, Frank. And as you mentioned, as you led off with, Rhode Island has some of the oldest housing stock and consequently some of the most highest percentages of lead in our homes. But through a multi-pronged approach of education, testing, training of contractors, and just general awareness, we are really cut down the amount of poisoning that's occurring.
Well, in the time left, tell us about Rhode Island Housing's Lead Safe Homes program.
Yeah, one of the key parts of the effort is to actually take the lead hazards out of the home. And Rhode Island Housing offers loans to homeowners and landlords. The average amount of the loan is about $13,000 a year, but it's forgivable. There are no payments due as long as you keep your home lead safe, and if you're a landlord, you keep it rented to a low-income family and keep it lead safe. So it's a great improvement for the landlord, the homeowner, obviously the kids who live there, but it's also work for a lot of our contractors who do a lot of work, not just in lead abatement, but creating healthy homes.
And there was a phone number on the screen not long ago that the people could call to find out more information about it. It's 450...
450-1350.
All right, thank you. Richard Godfrey from Rhode Island Housing. All right.